Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Maniacal S10 Shopping Garage. Today we're going to swap out a flex brake line hose, passenger side front, that I found out that over the decades in technology has caught up behind my back to me that the lines have a laminate inner lining, which over time decays, falls apart, rots, however you really want to put that. And it acts as a check valve, which means the pressure can go to the caliper, but it can't release the pressure because of the way it's designed, and it's starting to rot, or it is rotting inside. So I bled the brake by myself, and there's ways of doing that, and kind of find out my brake line flex hose is rotted the inside, make it as a check valve, and once again it lets the pressure go through to the caliper but won't let it release to take the pressure off the pads and cause my rotor to get hot, turn blue, which it didn't, but it can do that. So I want to swap that out. Now the driver's side I already did that because it was worse. I'm going to do the rear, but that's going to be a little time, but it's not acting up yet. I want to get that before it does. I might do it this weekend, I might not. But the passenger side front, we are going to do that. I got everything broke loose and ready to swap out. So let's get to the parts and the information. Okay, first of all, I'm not doing the oil change yet. It's due for it. Here's the information that you need. I got this at my local auto store. Okay, now, this is the front line, passenger side. And to get everything loosened up, if you do need it, hopefully you don't, but I did just to be on the safe side, is transmission fluid and charcoal lighter. It works for me. Now on the harder stuff, it may take a little bit more or something different to do it with. And, give me a second, and maybe this to heat it, but be very, very careful you don't catch anything on fire since I'm using transmission fluid and charcoal lighter fluid. It's just trial and error on this, and it works good for me. I got other lubricant that I use, which is paint thinner and transmission fluid. The old propane soldering tank. Just your basic one. But the fender well on my 08 is plastic. Be extremely careful and quick at this if you need to, which I didn't. That's a big plus for me or for us. Now, this aside, because I've already sprayed it down, this valve the way that we're going to use, and here's the rear one. I don't know if I have two of these on mine or one, but apparently from the store that it only recommends one, but we will find out later. Okay. And the big difference is, one, they both have the same number except the 5 is for the front, and the 6 and 6 is for the rear. Now, how I'm going to do this and bleed the brake by myself, and there's other ways of doing it. There's the vacuum pump. A friend can help out, which is the best way to do it, or you can gravity bleed it. I believe I've done a video, but it's been a while back. If I haven't, I will do one. Hopefully sometime this summer. But this goes onto the bleeder, one end or the other, and a container, and make sure your brake fluid is at a level to where the end of the hose goes below the level, because if you don't, you'll suck air right back up into the system, which you don't want. So this is what I use, and here's the tools that you will need. If the nut don't break loose, this fits the hose nut, and this is the line to the caliper. This is the bleeder. I'll get these arranged where you can see the sizes. This one here is for the brake line from the master cylinder area to break that loose. And for the nut on the brake line that fits into the bracket for the connection from the brake line from the master cylinder to the flex line. So let me get these lined up where you can see what's going on here. Okay. And here you are. If I quit making a shadow, and you can see what's going on here. So there you are. Now let's go out and get this job done. Okay everyone, we're outside here at the car, as you can see, and the traffic is a bit breezy, but it's nice. And hopefully you'll be able to hear everything I'm telling you. If not, you may have to watch us several more times to get it, but I hope you will get it the first time. As I said, the fluid below the line, or below, above I should say, the end of the hose, which is, if you can see it moving, it's below the level of the brake fluid. Just hook it to right there, the bleeder, and start the motor. For power brakes, you have to have the motor running to do this because it works off a vacuum. And let's get this started. That clip will come off once I break or get this nut out of the line fitting here and go ahead and swap this out. So let's get this started.